What's going on, everybody? I'm Zach with Blades LLC, and we are with Shaun today of Three Greens Lawn Service here. He works in Big Lake, Becker, Monticello area, alongside a bunch of us other guys. We're all buddies, and Shaun brought up a good point. And as far as what would you call that? Like networking?
Networking, yeah. Just being able to talk with other local guys in your area that are doing the same thing you're doing.
Right.
You know, a professional lawn service, you can't say, hey, this is my area, I'm the only one going to be here, you know.
Right.
Because there's too much business for you to handle all on your own.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you do when you're full?
Absolutely.
They call you and they say, hey, I'm looking for someone to service my lawn. Can you do it? And you're like, well, no, I'm full. And they go, well, do you know anybody else? No. Sorry.
Sorry.
You know, I've got like 6 different cards of 6 different lawn people in my truck right off the get-go. I'm like, yeah, I do. You know, why don't you call Zach from Blades, or call Spencer from Advantage, or, you know, there's all, you know.
Right.
There's several other guys in our area. A lot of them do. And we know, you know, who does a good job, who you can say, hey, tell them Shaun sent you. You know, Shaun from Three Greens sent you over there. You know, things like that are beneficial, because if they have a service, they offer a service that you don't offer, that's a service that you offer they don't offer.
Right. Because
then they can say, hey, you know, well, I don't fertilize. We'll call Zach from Blades. He does it. He's really good at it. You know, he's highly recommended.
Right.
You know, it's really beneficial when you got somebody else to be able to hand that off to, or, you know, because nowadays with, you know, your marketing and stuff like that, that is an easy way to market, and knowing who's in your area. Yeah, it's not about who's in control of a certain area.
Yeah, I think that's huge. We want to be colleagues, not competition, right?
And, for sure.
Starting to kind of migrate into that. I'm seeing a lot of guys that are working together, sending people work, you know, like Shaun does fertilize, but if he didn't and I do, you know, he can send somebody that's reliable. And
right, and that goes with equipment as well. Like, I don't have a standard. I don't have a fertilizer spreader like you do.
Yep.
You know, like today, to be able to compare your mower to my mower because you're having issues, you can get on my mower and go for it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, if there's equipment that needs to be used that, you know, someone else has, that's beneficial to you, rather than, you know, I'd rather pay you a rental fee to use your equipment and keep it local than go up there and pay a guy or rental, you know, the same price even to rent their machine.
Right. Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, for sure today. That's a 3000 series Z Master. Ours is a 5000, but they are essentially the same mower. And I was getting some really nasty feedback on mine, have since the day that I purchased it. We love Toros, but you know,
nothing cuts like a Toro.
Yeah, nothing cuts like a Toro, but man, it's like when you don't really know what another mower feels like, sometimes it's nice to be able to call up your buddy and say, hey, can I jump on your mower? I just feel like mine's messed up. So that's been super helpful. I mean, one quick question I got for you before we end this is, how much has networking with other local guys helped you growing your business?
Oh, big time, huge. If I wouldn't have been able to network with other companies when I started my business, I would not have been able to go from, I went straight from welding and quitting my job, putting in a 2-week notice, straight to doing a full-time lawn service.
Right.
And if I wouldn't have been able to network with some other guys who said, you know, hey, here's some lawns, I'm full. Here's another lawn, I'm full. I would have never made it my first season. Because how do you get your name out there the first season and get all these customers? You can't.
Right.
But if you know somebody already in the business, who can say drop your number or hand out your card, you know, tack your cards up at different places, you know, the co-op and, you know, places like that, get your name out there, some yard signs. But my biggest thing was, you know, people like Aaron from Care, or other people who will say, hey, call 3 greens. You know, these guys will take care of you. You know, and which was really nice when you started your business. It was nice for me to be able to say, you know what, call Zach from Blades. You know, I know him. I've mowed lawns with him. Yep. I know how well he performs. He does a good job. You know,
reliable.
Reliable, right? I'm not gonna have to worry about sending you somewhere and they next season call and say, well, I called that guy and he didn't even show up.
Right.
He didn't even answer his phone.
Yeah.
You know, answer your phone. That's a key thing. You know, that's big.
Yeah, I think coming into these hard times, it's important to have good friends, especially in the industry, and just making sure that you're knowing all your numbers, making sure that you're profitable, stay, you know, tight routes. You know, if you have one, if I know that you mow out by Briggs Lake and I get phone calls for there, I'm just gonna send them to you. And
it's just easiest that way.
If you get calls for up by me, I mean, you've been good to send people my way too. So it just all works out, guys. The point of this conversation is just to make sure going into these hard times that you know what you're doing and that you're networking with other local guys. It's just so often
communication is key.
Overlooked. So
yeah.
I appreciate your time, Shaun, and thank you very much.
No problem.
Appreciate it, and we will see you guys on the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. God bless, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one.